Hello, and thank you for checking out the video today. What I want to cover is how to build lower body strength and power with resisted band exercises. I think a lot of times we go to pieces of equipment like dumbbells, kettlebells, and barbells, which are great. I mean, those usually make up the majority of the programs that I'm prescribing. However, if we're focusing on improving shock absorption, improving power, deceleration, those kinds of things, bands can be extremely helpful because if you think about the resistance in this position right here, no resistance on the band, as I lift it higher, the resistance increases. So the resistance is not the same the entire time. If you look at barbells, dumbbells, and kettlebells, it actually changes based on its length and tension. How that can really benefit us is if we're completing exercises, so we'll say a squat first, right? Instead of using a barbell or kettlebell or dumbbell or what have you, I'm gonna put the band around my feet. The higher I am, the greater the tension. This band's almost pulling me downward towards the ground. Easier tension as I lower. As I drive out of it, tension increases. So the tension is changing throughout the exercise. So I can work on quick, generating power, or I can even on the way down work on deceleration, right? Depending on what I want to focus on with that exercise, I can really utilize the change in tension of the band to really address what that characteristic is. So shock absorption, deceleration, and also power. Now, if we're starting to change our exercise, right, I can choke up on this band to make it a little bit harder. I could also wrap this around my foot, which I often do for the split squat just to make it a little tighter because I'm in this lunge position. So from this position here, already, besides squeezing my foot a little bit, it's pulling me down to the ground with a good amount of tension. So I get low, very easy in terms of tension, not much on the band. As I start to drive out of it, tension increases. I have to really push against that band as I come up. So good way to utilize the change in tension, power, deceleration, control. Power, deceleration, control. As opposed to a dumbbell, that tension would be the same the entire time. This is going to change based on your position. So those are two ways you can use the band. Next one I'm going to show you is actually a good lateral lunge variation I like to help you move in that frontal plane. On the last exercise, using the band to build lower body strength and power, I'm going to show you the lateral lunge. So interestingly enough, with the lateral lunge, right, we can work on assistance. So if I am stepping out to the side, it's going to actually slow me down and control me so I can come back up easier. So for some people, I use this to assist their movement to make it easier. It's controlling me as I come down, so it's easier, almost pulling me back to a degree. This is more basic, right? Or if I want to make that harder, I'm actually going to have to turn around from you here. If I really stretch that band's tugging me towards that anchor point fairly strong. I'm stepping, you can see that band's pulling me. I'm controlling down into the lateral lunge. It's still pulling me that way, so I need to get good engagement through the hip, glute, quad, all those muscles to control my descent, and then I have to push off stronger as I come back. So this is where the added resistance comes in. So this is a really good one to teach yourself, and your hips in particular, how to decelerate, absorb force, and then create power on the way back. So those are different ways you can use the band, particularly the strength band, to help improve not only strength, deceleration, shock absorption, and power. Try those out and let me know what you think.